Hi everybody. This is not the type of content I normally put on my channel, but I thought I would share it here in my dining room. I have my brand new lightsaber from Savi's in Galaxy's Edge, Batu, in Walt Disney World, Hollywood Studios, Florida. And so I'm going to show it off a little bit. So I've got a new crystal in here, which I'll show a little bit. The Kyber crystal is what gives the lightsaber its power, but also its color when you're playing with it, like I have been. And so I have a white, and I have the red that they gave me at the park with it when I was able to choose. I like the white because I like the neutrality thing, but crystal in here that I absolutely couldn't say no to, and you'll see why in a second. So first of all, here's what it looks like when you fire it up. Ooh. Makes lots of great sounds. Oh, it's just... And also red lightsaber, man. That's iconic. But I figured I would also show you a little bit into the process of putting it together. So this is the light part, the blade. You can actually get smaller blades. I kind of wish I had, but that wasn't an option when you're building it. You have to get a special reservation to build it, and then you go through this event, and they give you a pin to go with it. And I actually had a little bit of an unlucky / lucky occurrence, which I'll go through when we get there. But so when you finish building your lightsaber, the last thing they do is they put it in this thing to energize it. And really what they're doing is they're just hooking on the blade. But if you're like me and you need to travel with your lightsaber, like everybody does, unless you live at Hollywood Studios, you just push and twist, and then you'll feel it pop out. It'll make that sound, and then you just tug it out. So here is the actual saber part, or the blade part. And so now we have the handle. You can see it won't load right. It'll make a sound letting you know that it's not linked up to the blade. So we've got the emitter, the two handle pieces, the pommel, and then the switch. You put them on basically reverse of that outer, or you put them inner outer last. I chose the elemental nature, which is how I got the emitter and so forth that I have. If you are very familiar with these, you will see that I actually have a little bit of a rare piece to mine, in that I have two of the same part. They ran out of one of the parts I wanted, and at first I was a little bummed about that, but then they said I would be able to double up, which they don't usually allow. And so I have two identical but opposite handle pieces on my lightsaber, which is fairly rare, and I think that's cool. But so we'll start with the emitter piece right up here on top, and everything kind of screws together, which is nice. It's got a fairly solid interior, and these pieces are all some sort of metal, I think. It feels like metal. I could be fooled very easily. So here's the emitter piece, which I love. It's got this fake plastic leather on it. And I noticed that there were some dings in some of the parts that they gave me, and they were very, very quick to replace those. So that's kind of nice. So again, the emitter. And then the bottom of mine is the Rancor tooth, which I think is cool as hell. It was like a no-brainer to get the Rancor tooth. And the girl next to me also got Elemental, and she didn't get the Rancor tooth. What's she thinking? But here's what it looks like. And again, the color scheme matches, and it has this little hook on the back, which is for the belt hooks that you can get to go with them. So that's my pommel piece. And then I buy two handle pieces, which are the same, which screw off the same way, as you can see here. And again, it's a very rare occurrence that you have two of these matching, but I indeed do. Put those there. And then all that's left is the interior with the switch. And so the switch just comes off in two little chunklets. You can see there's the back, and there's the front. And then you have this interior lightsaber piece. I think the batteries go somewhere in here too, but I haven't actually tried to figure that out yet. When the batteries die in this, it's probably dead. But we'll see, because I do play with it a lot. And then in the middle, you have the crystal that sort of clicks in into these springs. Now, there's something important about my crystal, because I bought one extra red for my holocron at the store, which is, I can't remember what it's called now. Gosh, that's like classic for my channel. Oh, my phone is tipping all over the place. And the reason why this is important is because 1 in 100 of the lightsaber crystals that you get, the red crystals, will actually come out black. And in this case, what's that? Well, that is the ultra rare Chase black kyber crystal. And when you use this, it actually puts Snoke, Supreme Leader Snoke's voice into the holocron. And it doesn't do anything different with the blade. Really, what you get is a different interaction in the holocron, and also a, I don't know, cool little treat. So putting it back to, and it does still give you a red lightsaber, but putting it all back together, just gonna pull this top part up. And it makes a lot of cool noises when you're putting it together to sort of like enhance the process, which is how it was in the store. Okay, we're good. And you want to match up these blue with blue. You can see on the switch part, and then red with red. And those will sort of click together. Then we're going to put these in. Is this the right way? I think so. No, I don't remember if I'm putting this together right. We shall see, we shall see. I think this is right. And you see they fit together pretty snug, and they look pretty good on the handle, pretty even. Also made a droid, which was kind of a less inspiring process, but it was still kind of cool. Oop, emitters on a little tight. Because I want it to match. Still not working. So the last piece is this is when we engage it, or whatever. Push it in, turn it over. Very cool, huh? I of course I'm obsessed with the Sith, but I kind of like the white blade better with this handle. I was very tempted to get power and control, but who can say no to the rank or tooth? And then if I had chosen that, I wouldn't have ended up with the super rare handle combination. So this is my super rare lightsaber from Savi's at Galaxy's Edge, with the double handle elemental nature and the black kyber crystal. So very lucky, very cool indeed. Great experience. And as I was leaving, the woman who was running the thing came up to me and she was like, "I love your red lightsaber. The Jedi will never see you coming." And it's just like little things like that that make it, I don't know. Disney does that type of thing right. So in any case, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'm just gloating. Thanks.